My name is Maddie Grant. I'm from Jacksonville, Maryland.
My name's Kaylin Bender. I'm from Dripping Springs, Texas.
My name is Winnie Branscum, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi there, Leanne Moll, Sarasota, Florida.
For me, coming from a interscholastic and intercollegiate player, playing in a little bit of a higher level outdoor polo means an opportunity to kind of strengthen skills in a different department versus the arena, which I play a lot of. And of course, it means playing with a higher level of players too. So I get to surround myself around their presence and sort of learn from them and, of course, help them out in the field.
So first of all, being in Aiken is absolutely fantastic, and the grounds at New Bridge are amazing. To be on the field with so many of the same women that I've played with either in Wellington or Sarasota is fantastic. Also super important to continue to, put women's polo on the field, to give young players like Winnie and Kaylin and Maddie an opportunity to continue to grow and showcase those skills is super, super important.
Going into the tournament, I think we're a super strong team that's got 4 players that have a lot to contribute. So I think working together, communicating well on the field, trusting each other, backing each other up, all those types of things, going out and playing as a team is the way you win all these sorts of tournaments. So I think that was our focus the other day, and it's going to be our focus going into the next few games too.
I used to play against Maddie a lot, never really with her, in interscholastic, and that was super fun. And I didn't really get to play with Winnie all that much in interscholastic or intercollegiate, but getting to practice with her and the team in the arena, that was also fun. And we were able to figure each other out basically just through playing in the arena. And then I have not played with Leanne, but it's been very fun so far for our first game.
Being able to play next to a group of women who are super focused on the sport, constantly looking at developing skills and increasing the level of sportsmanship and the level of polo that they're playing has been a tremendous, honor. Having these women in this caliber of play on Red Mare, I think continues for us to elevate the brand and what Red Mare means, and be really special when we show up someplace like Sarasota, when we show up someplace like New Bridge. That it's just been a tremendous honor.
I do think over the last few years that I've started to play a lot more women's polo and at a higher level. I think my comprehension of the game as a whole has elevated my ability to understand the game and the play and what's happening and how I can contribute and read the players around me, whether that be on my team or who I'm playing against. And then what I'm looking to get out of this tournament for me personally, of course, besides contributing to my team and winning as a team, is I'm looking to get more comfortable at those higher speeds. Like I said, reading the play, that kind of thing. Also learning how to manage my horses and kind of figuring out what a higher level and a faster level of play means versus the lower level that I've done, that I'm more experienced.
I think all the teams in this tournament are super competitive, and it's going to be, with the format, we get to play all of them. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing against my sister. I haven't gotten to do that in a couple years, so I think that'll be fun. And she's been improving a lot, both herself and the horses. So I think that'll be a fun game tomorrow.
I've been at New Bridge for the past 4 or 5 years now, and my playing on these fields has been a little bit sparse. And when I did get to play it the last time
was when we played together.
And that didn't end well in the finals. So I think coming out here and showing that I can actually do it and that we can actually do it would just be super cool. And I mean, the fields are incredible, so it's unlike any other.
After this tournament, I'll be heading back home to Maryland and playing the summer season there. Doing young horses, and from there you can travel around. So I think I'll be playing a bit in Pennsylvania and Virginia and New York as well.
After this tournament, I have a couple more in Aiken, and then I'll be off to vet school. So I'm excited.
After this tournament, I have a few more in Aiken, the Aiken 12 goal and another 10 goal. And then I'm hoping to play maybe a little bit up north over the summer, and then I'll be back here for school at USC Aiken and the fall season.
So after this, we go and play the Constitution Cup, and then I'm going to add another country to the list and go and play in Soto Grande in June.
As a women's professional, it's been great to see, especially in Aiken, coming home for 2 seasons and knowing that you can have a full season of women's polo across, I think it's 4 different clubs now in Aiken has been great. There's been a lot of growth, especially in like the 2, 3, 4 goal American women's players that hopefully can, continue to grow and come to play the Open in Florida, I think is the goal.
I think it's super important for teams like Red Mare and Jet Set and others to continue to sponsor women's polo. When you look at 40% of the population of the USPA membership is women, and it's the fastest growing segment. And it's actually growing equally, everything from lesson programs all the way up through high goal. So giving those women a place to put that polo on the field in equal measures to what open polo is super, super important for Patronas and even Patrons to be able to say, hey, I'm going to continue to sponsor women's polo. We've got to be able to keep up with the growth for this to succeed.
I think it's like getting to play a different position than you'd play in mixed polo. So for me, like I usually play more in the front in mixed polo, and getting to control the game and captain a team and organize everything has been like a great skill, and it gives you a different perspective when you go back and play in mixed polo, understanding, the higher rated players and, the situations that they're in and the, what it feels like to be in that position.
I would have to agree with Maddie. I think the different positions you play in mixed polo versus ladies polo, they piggyback off of one another. Something that you learn in ladies polo can carry over into mixed polo, and I think that's super important. And I also really like the connections that you make, because this is something that you're going to see for the rest of your time in polo. And so as long as you have people like Maddie or Winnie or Leanne that you're playing with here, you're going to see them forever and ever. So there's a lot of connections to be made.
My favorite thing about playing in women's polo is that it is a growing sport. It's a growing segment of polo. And being able to partake in that growth that goes all the way from the 8 goal level to the 22 goal level is something that means a lot to me. I think this is a really important time to be getting on the field and playing women's polo. I also think that it allows players to play at different levels. So I'm able to play at all those levels depending on the opportunities that I get. And I think that's really important. It allows growth. It also, it teaches you how to adjust and, play whatever polo you need to play.
I think the benefit to women's polo is the relationships, to be able to say, hey, Maddie, let's go play here. I've played with women in South Africa, being able to go and play in Spain, being able to pick up and carry those relationships country to country, club to club, and know that you can put, a high level of polo on the field and feel really good about it.